A special good afternoon to one and all. I must take this time to welcome you to our classes today. I know that you all will have a wonderful, you will have a fun time sitting, relaxing in the comfort of your home and tuning in to our lesson for today. So, I know many of you are not familiar with my face, you don't know me, but I will take this time to introduce myself. I am Sir Glenroy Duncan, and as you can see from the picture, that is what I look like. Because I know normally in online classes, many of you would want to know what I look like and, who is the person behind the screen that is teaching you. So, without further ado, I will take this time to introduce myself. I would have completed Cyril Potter College of Education a good while back, and I would have lately completed my degree at the University of Guyana, which I would have passed with distinction. However, I'm just introducing myself. Our focus for today will be place value. Place value. This lesson is not a long one, but it is just briefing you and putting you on the ball, as we would say when it comes to place value. A very interesting topic. So we will now turn our attention to place value. So what is place value? What do you think of when you hear the term place value? I know many persons would be eager to speak and share their views on what we are talking about when we say place value. I know you're all excited. And if you would have went through the ranks of grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, I know in grade 3 you would have covered what is place value. So when we think about place value, it simply talks about the value of each digit in a number. The value of each digit in a number based on the position of that digit within that number. That is what we're speaking about. So let us get into what is place value. So as we can see on the screen, and it reads, place value refers to the value of each digit in a number based on its position. In any given number, the position of a digit determines its value. So you can know the value of the digit based on its position. Keyword position. Whether it is in the ones, tens, hundreds, or higher place. When we say higher place, we know we are multiplying by 10, which will give you thousands, right? It will give you thousands, and then we have what? What do we have next? We have tens of thousands, and then we have hundreds of thousands, and then we have millions. Alright, very simple. So let me go that over again. Place value refers to the value of each digit in a number based on its position. I want you to take note of that. Position. In any given number, the position of a digit determines the value, whether it is in the ones, the tens, the hundreds, or thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands. Then we move to millions. So based on the position of a digit, that will determine the value of that digit in that number. We will now turn our attention to the place value chart. It is a very interesting one, and I want you to take note of this chart. The place value chart. When we look at these numbers, we can see the digit 2, 6, 3, 9, 5, 1, and 7. When we look at these, all of these digits is carrying a different value. They are carrying a different value because these digits are in a different position. So firstly, when we're looking at place value class, we read from right to left. We read from right to left. So the 2 from the right is ones. 2 is the ones. Next we have 6 is in the tens. The 6 is in the tens place. The 3 is in the hundreds place. The 9 is in the thousands place. After the thousands, we have tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. And the 1 is in the hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands. After we finish with the hundreds of thousands, we move into the 7 digit, which is known as millions. The 7 digit, which is known as millions. So once again, we have ones, we have tens, we have hundreds, we have thousands, then tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands, and finally millions. Please observe the amount of digits that cover the places class. When we have one number, right? The first number to the right is ones. Now we go to the 6, which is the second number. We're going to the left now. The second number is in the tens. The third number, we're moving on to the left again, is in the hundreds. 3 digit, and then we have 100. If you look on the $100 bill, you will see 100. And that is read 100 because it is comprised of 3 digits. Next we have the 9, which is a fourth number. We move into the left, which is in the thousands. Next we have the 5th number, which is tens of thousands. And the 6th digit, moving more to the left, we have hundreds of thousands. And finally, the 7th digit to the left, we have millions. And I know this is very simple. Very, very simple. And we all know that. We all know that it is very simple. We will now move on to some examples of place value. And then we will dive a little deeper into the face value as well as the value. So when we look on the screen, we can see the number 678. And the focus is on the 7, which is highlighted in red and also underlined in red. The face value for the digit underlined is 7. Class, always remember that when we are speaking about face, it is the same digit we are talking about. It does not change. The same digit of focus we are talking about is the same face value. If I'm seeing your face, class, I am seeing your face. For instance, if I'm seeing Annie's face, If I'm seeing Ani's face, it will not change. It will remain the same. If I'm seeing Tiana's face, it will not change. It will remain the same. So the phase value is the same digit of focus that we're looking at. So the place value, we have, as we all know, after ones is what, class? Type in the chat and let me know. After ones is tens. Tens. Simple. After ones is tens. And the formula for the value will be the face times the place. The formula for the value will be the face times the place. We can't go wrong with that. Very simple. The face times the place. The face times the place, class. So the face value times the place value. We can't go wrong with that. So the face value is 7 and the place value is tens. So we have to multiply 7 times 10. And 7 times 10 is 70. As we all know, our 7 times table is very simple. 7 1 7, 7 2 14, 7 3 is 21, 7 4 is 28, 7 5 35, 7 6 is 42, 7 7 49, 7 8 56, 7 9 63, 7 10s 70. Very simple. The next example we have 4,893. 4,893. So the face value is 8. The face value is 8. The place value, the position of that 8, we have the 3 is in the ones, the 9 is in the tens, the 8 is in the hundreds, and the 4 is in the thousands, but we're focusing on the 8. So the place value will be hundreds, class. And to find the value, we multiply the face times the place, which is the 8 times 100, and we will get 800. There is also a little trick you can do to find the answer, class. In a case like that, to find the value, all you can do, you can block the 8 and look at all the digits that fall behind the 8. So we have two digits behind the 8, which is 9 and the 3. So we have to add 2 zeros. So we put back the 8 and add 2 0. And didn't we get 800 when we do that? We did get 800. You see how maths is nice? It is so sweet. And I'm telling you that you can't go wrong. You will definitely love this. Very simple. How maths is sweet, man. Right? Maths is so sweet. And you all supposed to be enjoying this. We can do that to find the value. Instead of using the formula face value times place value, we can just block the digit of focus and look at how many digits are behind the digit that we're focusing on and add the zeros. So if we have 2 digits behind the 8, we add 2 zeros. It all depends on how many digits are behind the digit of focus. And that's how we add the zeros. So this is very simple. I'm going to go to an example with you, and then we're going to focus on the activity, and that will be it. Very simple. So I will do an example for you. So I want you to pay attention to this example, boys and girls. You know, at Smart Minds Academy, we always go hard, and once we master the concept, there is no going wrong. Because I know after this, we can work activity after activities. And we can go on and on so that we can just build on what we know. Because when we learn this, we should not forget it. But we should master this, and it should take us through our daily life until we get older. So we have 5, 3, 9, 8, 7. Remember, when we're doing place value, we go from right to left. Right to left. So the 5 is in what place class? When do I know what the 5 what position the 5 is in? The 5 is in what place? The 5 is in the 5 is in the what place? What a teaser. I know that one was tricky, but the 5 is in the ones place. The 5 is in the ones place. Next we're gonna go to the 3. The 3 is in what place? The 3 is in the tens place. The 3 is in the tens place. Next we have the 9. After ones we have tens, and we have hundreds. What do we have? Hundreds. So the 9 is in the hundreds place. Next we have what? The 8 is in what place, class? The 8 is in the thousands place. And the main focus, the big man that we're looking at right now, the underlying digit, the one that is shaded in red. So we'll look at the face value for that, the place value, and the value. So what place is that, class? Let's go to it, and we have it right there. We have tens of thousands. We have tens of thousands. So you see how simple this is? So the face value is the digit itself, which will be 7. Then we have the place value, which will be what? What will the place value be? Tens of thousands. And the value will be the face, which is 7, times the place, which is tens of thousands. So we multiply 7 times 10,000, which will give us 70,000. So we'll have 7 as the face value, the place will be tens of thousands, and the value will be 70,000. So the activity says write the face value, place value, and value for the following underlying digits. So you have to give me the face value, the place value, and the value for the underlined digits. If I'm going too fast, you can let me know. Or if the pace is good, you can let me know. And I know we would have had a wonderful session today. And I know most of you will be getting the answer correct. So just let me know in the comment section if you would have got the answer correct. And we're going to take our time to check them back and move forward from there and build upon what we know. Always remember that discipline must be maintained. And anywhere you go, you must have discipline. So if you want to be successful, you must have discipline. You must remain consistent, and you must work hard. So have a wonderful rest of the evening.